The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Wait, 20! Get this, boys! You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Check the
On first down, Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout. Defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 2. Now Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Brady now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Fournette again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Slam.
They hand this one to Gronk, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
31's the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. 31.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
72. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 31's the mic. Go, go, go. 31's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
No,
Touchdown,
sir. No,
Tampa
sir.
Bay. Chris Godwin, 58 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a second down and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Wait, 20. Check 545. Let's go. Hey, 66. 6 down. Check it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Watch the twist.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby. That's it. Alabama, 380. All day, all day. 30.
Here's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic, 3rd and long after that last sack.
Single, single. 31's the mic. Go. Go.
Back to throw. Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
3 down, 3 down. Shift. Here we go. Yeah.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Succop's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Brady now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Ricky, we need 3 win now. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Easy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady.
Let's go.
Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Deuce. Check it, reload. Check Mike 45.
They're going to try and throw. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. Here's Jones again on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Brady going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Shotgun now for Brady.
He'll air this one out deep for Perriman.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 75 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Oh, good move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Pierre Desir.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Brashad Perriman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. Suckup for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Airing this one out for Evans.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The quick slant caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, this